Right now we're competing against the Right now I was competing against the best people in all of Rec Room Dodgeball. And actually I'm talking over the editing. This is just a short gameplay where I never talked at all. So encountering help, Laura and are the best people, as you can see, with me looking at the leaderboard. And yes, in case you didn't hear me, I'm talking over the editing. This is just a short gameplay without me speaking. So it starts off with me grabbing this dodgeball, then missing it by a couple inches, by this person, and then we kind of collided. I went a launch side for the other person. Then yeah, it was just a 2v1, which was not good. For some reason, it was actually going not bad since I was actually kind of a dodgeball pro. Ouch! Until I eventually got hit, and then realized that guy was still in. So I lost the first point, and then the second round started, and again I did my usual move of sprinting towards the ball, but this time I kind of missed, wasting valuable time of me of having a chance of eliminating a player. But it didn't obviously last long because then I almost got hit. Ouch! Actually, I did get hit by someone in a rainbow hat. And they were somehow all pulling up their markers, or their watches, whatever they're called. And someone left, which makes it a really, 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 really good sign for us to win. So it was a 2v2, but also one of our teammates left, was trying to feature it out. But now it was a 1v2 with the best team in the world. And if I lost this, there's no going back. Really, why did I have to say it like that? This gameplay resulted in rounds where one of I won against. You see, during this short gameplay, I actually never talked until I won against them. So again, it started off with me just kind of dodging their shots, hitting that rainbow guy for revenge, and then that girl was in the ball. And I somehow glitched the system and made a ball that would kind of bounce on the floor without it respawning almost. But of course that's when I picked it up, because it kind of just saved it from respawning. He tried to go for a launch snipe at me, but I was like, no, that won't happen. And then picked up another dodgeball, then missed. Of course, feeling crushed because she was a level 51 in dodgeball, having almost every badge. It was not gonna go well unless I ended just right to get either the blue thing bouncing off or kind of just launch sniping, because that's the only way I would have to do it, since she was a level 51. And in case you don't know, launch sniping is a form of way which is really rare to happen. But yeah, we lost the first. She hit us, and we lost the first round. So this thing instinctively had 7 rounds in total.
Good game.
But of course, if we lost all 7 rounds, the championship would end. So yeah, the next game started in 10 seconds, and I went to see what team I was on, and it was about the same. Or actually, no, I was still on the same red team.
Ready to start.
But the teams were switched. But Laura honestly wasn't really that good. A new teammate eventually joined with the name 6-7, so I was kind of disappointed. And then
Game on.
We finally got a good team. And since this was the best team ever, we hadn't had a chance of winning. The first guy got eliminated pretty quick because he accidentally joined the wrong match. It wasn't meant to be ranked. He meant to join regular. So like if he does that, he'll kind of just like, and he'll kind of just die. I tried to go for a long snipe and I almost won. But of course, our team was filled with one of the best players, which was Laura, who eliminated me. So of course we had one of the best teams, but their team was better because of this rainbow hat guy. See, he was the best player. He was one of the best players in the world, and I could not let this slide. So, yeah. Wait, I picked up a dodgeball, then tried to go for a long snipe, and I hit it, which makes it even better. So now we just have the last guy remaining, and I almost hit a long snipe. It was so yeah. But this guy was actually still pretty skilled. But he was good at dodging, but not at aiming. My specialty is aiming, or AKA throwing. But the game somehow bugged out and hit some kind of invisible barrier that just saved him. So I went in for a long snipe and almost hit it. So he took that ball to made it to an advantage. So since his aiming skills were pretty garbage, which is not an insult. I'm just saying that to describe that I'm doing a third person. His aiming skills are pretty garbage, but when I went close, he actually hit me, which decreased the chance of us winning because those two were a specialty in dodging, and I had a specialty in aiming. But somehow, well, Laura also had a good specialty in aiming too. But somehow we won again. That's only because Laura was on our team. But to actually win, we have to win 3 matches out of 7. So it was 0-1 right now. So in case you're wondering, each match contains 3 rounds. And each round ends when all of the players on the opposing team are eliminated. So, but I later found out that this guy had also had a good specialty in aiming too, and tried to go for a long snipe. But of course, I got eliminated again for trying to get that dodgeball, which, yeah, would never go well when I tried to pick up dodgeballs when someone's at the back. See, when someone's at the back, they're trying to do something called a long snipe, which I already explained how to do. So yeah. But then, so yeah, quick reminder, I'm talking over the editing. This is my gameplay for around 3 days ago. When I won against the best team, and when we were considered the best team in all of dodgeball. But it was a 2v1, and both of them started and both of them, of course, started to go behind to try to see if the ball would hit the ground. But going behind there is kind of a bad choice since the ball could bounce up and hit them. That's only used for kind of crawling. I set a marker to it. Hold up. I have to go in third person for this one, or else it would kind of be bad to see, because since I'm talking over the editing. Wait, how do I actually have? Why do I keep saying that? You guys already know, but like, yeah, they won, which proves, yep. Someone already eliminated the other guy, who again was occasionally on my team. I accidentally hit my teammate, and yeah, didn't go so well. I occasionally went for a long snipe. And right now, since I'm generous, I'll just show you how to do a long snipe, which is actually pretty easy. So when someone's at the back, go to the further back, go to like the far back, but do not try to actually go to the back, or that'll try to just make it a little too hard. But to do it is you'd have to go to the absolute back, or not the far back, then see if you could run up. See if you did run up and try to hit them. I obviously missed that long snipe, and then yeah. Since I've gotten way better at dodgeball from this recording from 3 days ago, yeah, I was a little bit rusty because this was only my second time playing dodgeball, and since I felt that vibration, I had no idea if I was hit or not. But it was a 1v1, which basically meant it was a call to action. So basically, he just picked up the dodgeball, but I wouldn't let things slide and hit. So it was now 3. So we won that match and made it pretty simple and made it pretty good. But we won 1 out of 3. And maybe more people were joining. I got a package, opened it up, and it kind of lagged, but it was a sailor's hat. I didn't put it on, but occasionally put it in my backpack.
Ready to start.
For maybe later. I was paired with a 2v3, which would not be good since yeah. Since it was only 1 out of 3 matches, and if you win one, the game decides of your skill, and we'll put the best players that had the overall best, one of the best, would be put on a team with less people. But I just mistaked it. Yeah, I did this thing 3 days ago, and I already said so. I'm talking over the editing again, so that makes it kind of blurry. And I thought I was a team with 2. I actually had a team with 3. So 3v3s are really good when you want to get your game up. So obviously I picked up a dodgeball, and the first 2 guys were already in. But obviously this guy had a really good specialty in dodging. His aiming was also pretty good, but having 2 specialties would basically just mean you're unstoppable. But I later noticed, wait, this is my teammate. So yeah, I noticed that in the recording 3 days ago. So I was like, yeah. He has a specialty in both, which means you're unstoppable. Honestly. Since he actually kind of loves to jump, which might be just kind of cheating, but yeah, one of our best players got hit out twice in a row, but I couldn't let that slide, so I went in and hit, but I missed, and he ended up getting the kill. I later wanted to learn how to place a marker. So then I picked up a dodgeball, but then he decided to switch teams. No, he didn't switch teams, which I just realized. You see, I wasn't really paying attention to small details because, yeah, it's 12 in the morning when I'm recording this, and I'll probably come out at around noon or something. So since this editing, I'm not actually editing, I'm just trying to voicing over, because I never talked here, and I like to yap in my videos, but yeah, I've never done that. I've never done that. So I went in on CapCut, or no, not CapCut, the PlayStation editing software, which somehow exists. And then kind of just, yeah. And I'm kind of just doing a voiceover about the gameplay I see. From this recording. So like the video is titled, if you read it, this video was occasionally guaranteed that I would win the 3 matches, and also they're the best team. Obviously, you were paired with a different team every time, so it'll just try to pick the team you did best on. My best team so far was either the first or second.
Ouch.
Obviously, this guy hit me. Well, straight. How do I place a marking? So yeah, I was still kind of wondering how to place a marking. By this thing. But then I kind of later found out. But not yet. I was kind of just there.
Game over. You win.
So obviously we won that second match kind of easily. And then I got a box of glazed donuts. So now we were paired with a team of 2, but I was on the blue team. This was a big disadvantage since red team is always greeted with the most
Game on.
power, but then Rec joined the other team, and this is one of the moderators of Rec Room. So yeah, I kind of went in and had to get this to the full potential of just a freaking Rec Room moderator of the dodgeball. So he has to be really good since he had to play test it a lot. And practice makes perfect. Or sorry, play test makes perfect, I guess. So I had to slide in and try to go for a launch snipe, but I missed. This guy sent 2 emojis, a skull and a thumbs up, or thumbs up and skull. And pretty much after that, the round was settled. I have no idea who got out because I heard someone get hit, but 3 of them were still in. Found that 2 of our teammates were out. So this was the final team. The final win would occasionally guaranteed be a Rec Room moderator. And the way that works is that they get invited. They would choose, all Rec Room moderators would choose to be invited to the 3rd match. And it turns out Rex said yes. So now he's playing against me. But then I noticed someone with a good sense. But then I noticed Rex had a really good sense of aiming. Which aiming is kind of like the dominant. It's kind of like the dominant of dodgeball. Obviously, I went in and slid and dodged his ball. And if I didn't slide there, I honestly would have gotten hit. They were kind of stealing all of the balls at this point. So I see if I could catch one. But I didn't. And they out again. But they won. Leading it to a 0-1. Of course, it's a Rec Room moderators of dodgeball have to always be good, or they'd be ordered to leave the mods. So it started off pretty simple with the ball literally phasing out of the map when I tried to throw it, and I was like, "What is happening?" And it happened again, which as you just saw. Finally, it gave me a chance to hit one, but of course I missed. Since I managed to hit Grand Badger, which of course was my teammate, or not my teammate, used to be my teammate. The moderator tried to step in and be quirky, but missed his shot. And of course I went up close just in case and got the dodgeball. I went too far, then occasionally missed, then I crouched for no reason, and I almost got hit. They found out what I was doing, and they missed every single shot. I was crouching, but I got lucky, and they missed that shot. So yeah. I then noticed again, both my teammates were still out.
Out.
But then it was a 0-2. So which made this really hard for us to win. Obviously, there was a really slim chance of us winning. So again, I obviously grabbed that dodgeball, which would be a big disadvantage. Because he grabbed it too. Apparently a crazy thing happened. That wasn't a border. My dodgeball hit his dodgeball, which resulted of it bouncing off. This was a really slim chance of happening, maybe around a 0.5. I waited for him to actually throw it, then I just kind of slid for extra luck. And occasionally, he missed all 2 dodgeballs. So the thing about this is that I found out that Rick got eliminated. But so did my teammate. So they left probably to the fact. But I knew it was not gonna end like this. And then but then I missed another shot. But then somehow, luck was kind of on my side.
Out.
Or sorry, luck was not on my side, and we lost the first round. And we lost our first match,
Game
or
over.
our second, I think. But it was still
Good game.
so. It was a 2-2. It was a 2-2 for the match industry. So whoever won this would be the absolute best team. But since Rec Room kind of just picks a random team, since no one really has overalls yet, the teams were about to get switched, so I hope that was on Rec. It turned out I was not on Rec, but Grand Badger was on my team, which made it really good, since he has a really good specialty in throwing. Well, since they were on their watches with a bad chance that they might have left. It was a bad sign as this guy instantly got out, Grand Badger. So I stayed up hoping for a dodgeball, but then one came. And then I missed Rec. Really bad. Eventually my teammate got a dodgeball and missed. But Rec almost hit him. Now it was a 1v2. I had to really hope for some luck here because of how good Rec was. And since moderators playtest the game a lot, he was really good. So I honestly went in
Out.
but then it was 1-0. Bad sign, and he was emoting on me. So, and yeah. I noticed that Rec had a big disability. Or a big disadvantage. Like, he was not good at dodging. So, well, actually, he was really good at dodging. He had 2 specialties, but his one disadvantage was that he would never pull off serious moves by sliding or sprinting. He would kind of just like pace around. But then I got wrecked because it was idle. Then it was a 1v1. Kind of disappointed because this guy's really good. He was literally in the top 10 of best players. This guy put a marking out, and then it was 0-2. So obviously it was not going well for this one. So yeah, I went in with my original move, running up, getting a dodgeball, then actually discovered that this guy was so good. He would hit my teammate literally out after the first 10 seconds of the match. The shortest match lasted ever, and we instantly lost. You don't have. You have infinite matches. Actually, you only have
Good game.
7 matches. So around. But then, since I found out, and since Rect was a moderator, it didn't count because he never got a kill. If everybody there got at least 2 kills, that it would actually count. But since Rec only got 1, but the other person got like 3 or 4, yeah, so it didn't count. It was still 2-2. And if we win 3 matches, of course, you declare the best team of Rec Room. So this match started, but then a new teammate came, or a new opponent came. He instantly got eliminated since Rec was actually on my team. But then I later discovered since Rec is on my team, that means that girl had to be a moderator. She was out pretty fast, which was kind of good. And then I noticed, this guy was amping up his game so much. So yeah, I know I won't want this video to be an hour long. So yeah, let's just kind of. I keep saying so yeah, but yeah, I went in to get a dodgeball, but then he blocked it. So then I figured out what he was doing to dodge it. So I purposely threw it up, but I missed. So yeah, then I found out I have employee of the month on my team. We kind of later discovered that yeah. But then I later discovered how to make a mark.
Out.
And I later discovered how to make a mark. Alright, so of course the round was over somehow.
Game over.
But then I found out I
You
never
win.
got 2 kills. Not even 1 kill, so it still didn't count as 2. So it still didn't count as winning a round. But if he lost 7 rounds, he'd be disqualified. So if Rec was on this other team, it would kind of have a good start. But then I found out I was paired with someone new. I said.
Game on.
But then Riker 1223, which was literally employee of the month, who was literally a co-owner, joins. So,
Out.
so 2 moderators. Of course, this guy had to be really good, and then instantly got me out. Red actually kept dodging, kept crouching, which made it a really good sign. So yeah, round started. Of course, Red won.
Out.
Red got my catch and hit me again for some reason. The round was instantly over, so this would not be good. There was only one more person who had to get 2 kills, and that was that kind of catch my ball. So yeah, I later learned my so I did learn a new skill set to not instantly rush for the dodgeball for when someone good is coming. Yeah, because since they have better strategy, they'll just have a better strategy to get to the front, get the dodgeball first, and just have grab it on, as soon as I leave, he'll just get me. The round was over, but again, someone had 1 out of 2 kills.
Over.
It was 1 out of 2 kills.
Good game.
So this is our 3rd or 4th match we've lost. So yeah, this makes it really hard. If I could get Riker on my team, that'd be really bad. Because I want to use my new strategy, first of all. And second, yeah. But then, I got Riker on my team. The other people were looting. But I was wondering, was Rek actually really alone?
Game on.
This made it kind of easy. It was a 2v2. And
Out.
yep. I forgot the news thing that I proceeded, but then Rek slid in and hit me. So then I noticed I do have to get the dodgeball first, or else I just never did it at all unless he misses. Because Rek actually found out that he was a moderator. He could use the mod menu without getting banned. And he has something called stand aimbot. Stand aimbot is something that it'll instant, so you'll have instant precision if someone is standing.
Out.
But then I slid too late, obviously. But somehow this employee of the month guy actually got hit. But then I noticed he was not one of the best players. It was actually one of his brothers that had the same avatar. I said, so really, the next guy was employee of the year. I'm finally surviving longer, but then I noticed it was the opposing team had 2 mods, Rek and the other guy. You see, if in case you don't know, Rek is one of the obviously best accounts. But of course it didn't last long because again, this guy did not get 2 kills.
Good game.
So we could instantly just kind of swoop in and win this if we won this match. And if you're still watching this, yes, I am talking over the recording. This is a recording from 3 days ago where I won. Since I was staying with Rek. But Riker was one of the moderators. Until I noticed the lonely shy boy, who is literally the best dodgeball player ever. But then I said, yeah, no problem, buddy. He got instantly eliminated since Rek was on our team, which made him pretty much instant precise. So there was 2 mods
Out.
versus, yeah, I got hit. I was not a mod yet, but if I became this best of a player, I could became a moderator if I won this. Is moderator are people that have either won a game or became either the best team at that time or the best player. I met this guy named Dole Bear, and I wanted to send him as a friend request. Yeah, he brought his moderator. Then I'm pretty sure he was about to accept it. I met her to my friend Quick Ad. And then, yeah. Since the round started, I was on my computer or watch. I immediately pulled it out in time to actually get good. A way of seeing if someone's launch sniping is that they pull their arm real back. I hit someone that was crouching, who was, of course, had to be a moderator, because moderators, they just kind of like to crouch. Alright, so yeah, it was 2-0. So, but I had 1 of 2 kills, so this should have not count. If I, so yeah, I tried the dodgeball, but he caught it and almost hit me. I was meant to crouch, but I misclicked. But I somehow got the shot. I was put out. So if this guy won, it would be another loss and not be the best team. So yeah, it had to make Rec lose, which of course was kind of the thing. So that kind of helped me. So out of these 3 matches, if I got a kill and then we won the match, yeah. I checked behind me to see if there was any leftover dodgeballs. Rec went in for the slide tackle, which is insane for someone who slides the ball and tries to throw it. I almost got out, but occasionally I found out it was a bug later on, and that it was yeah. I hit 10 place, so that means all we had to do was win this match to become the best players. But of course, it was 2-2. So all we had to do was win this match, so we could become the best player in the world, or the best team in the world. But I'm just gonna play the recording since this was the thing I got. I'm just gonna stop talking and let the audio come, because this is when I actually talked in the recording. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Oh man. Man. So I thought I would actually win this. So yeah, it was the last match. I actually had to cut the video. So yeah.
Good game.
I don't want this video to be an hour long, but let me just tell you. I misclicked it. And yes, I did get a lot of things. And I see what I had to get, and I got a blue dodgeball cert. I obviously loved it, so yeah, I put it on. Well, let me just tell you, I actually mistook the rounds and thought this was the round. Yeah, but let's go. So this is the round that I won because Cherry was on the team. Cherry was another mod. Mods just kind of keep spawning in until you have 5 moderators and 1 normal person, and I was that normal person. So yeah, I'm just gonna play. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop saying stuff until we get to the 3rd round, or until we get 2, which probably will never happen. Since yeah, Rec was kind of on fire. But of course I need our 2 kills. Ouch! I won. I lost the 1st round. And they of course put a thumbs up. I put a marker for some reason. Hit that. Someone caught the ball from me, which would be really bad. But then I got one. proceeded until I found out if you have 6 things, you only need 1 kill. If you have 6 losses. Alright, obviously that was cap. You still need 2.
Hit.
I got 1 out of 2 kills, pretty, because this guy was kind of close.
Out.
But then I got out again. So since Wreck already had 2 kills, yeah. Wreck now had 3 kills. So I only needed to win. So really, yeah. I started off with my usual. Someone never caught it this time for me, which was pretty nice. People were dying left and right, and I just needed 1 more kill. Which the chances were happening are pretty slim, because someone else joined. And of course, none of us got eliminated, so it was 2 to 1. So this is the thing where we could have won. All I need is 1 kill, then I'll stop the recording. Alright,
Hit.
then I got 2 kills. I'm just gonna stop talking. In 3, 2, 1. Alright, now the recording audio is playing. Come on, we gotta get this. How would I avoid that? Alright, it's cheering blue on. Alright, 2v1. Wait, really? Did it actually happen? Did we become the best player? Me, Wreck, and Mustafa. Wait, really?
You win.
Did it say it? I gotta check the package. The KO item. Alright. That's not what I'm looking for. So what I'm saying is that when you get this package and you get the KO item, that means you're the best team. So let's see if I got it. Actually, I got the sepia cards. I actually meant to say sepia cards. So yeah. Since I became the best team in the world, I kind of destroyed another game to become another best in, yeah.